Finkel and Garf, how's it going? So, despite the way that I look and talk and stuff, I was pretty popular in high school. My junior year, I was voted most likely to be middle in a human centipede. So very popular. So I got fired from Barnes & Nobles because they caught me moving all the Bibles to the fantasy section. It wasn't bad this time. I got fired from a suicide helpline. Apparently, we don't use reverse psychology here. I mean, I feel kind of bad that guy joked. But I've had lots of jobs. I used to work in advertising. You might have seen some of my stuff. One of my big ones was for Southwest Airlines. It was Southwest Airlines. We also fly other directions. It's very popular, cleared up a lot of confusion. So, yeah. But one time we got hired to do a bunch of school mottos for a bunch of alternative schools around the state. And some of the ones we came up with were, there was the Boulder School for Entitled Orphans. Their motto was, "Do you know who my parents are?" And then there was the Denver Athletic School for the Blind, where there's no I's in team. And then there was the St. Lawrence Catholic School for the Deaf and Blind, where the touching is actually encouraged. Yeah, I got fired from that job too. I had to explain to my roommate the other day that Roe versus Wade is not an upcoming title fight. This guy bet $100 on Wade. And personally, I just think that if the Virgin Mary had access to safe abortion, we wouldn't be in this mess in the first place. I could be wrong. Like 3 days later, she might have just been pregnant again. I'm not sure how that works. I like to put those jokes on my Christian Mingle profile. Find out who's really desperate. So do you guys know that the reason they call Israeli martial arts Krav Maga is because Jiu-Jitsu was already taken? It's alright, I can say that joke because I'm part racist. So, it's mostly on my mom's side. I actually had a super racist uncle come out as gay recently. So apparently now he's a white power bottom. So that works, so that's good. So my dad and I have a weird relationship. Like when my parents first got pregnant, my mom really wanted a girl. And my dad, he really wanted a miscarriage. So we kind of got off to a rocky start. My dad always had to be different than other dads. Like, for example, like here in America, when we're talking about the artists, we say Vincent van Gogh. But but in Europe, they always pronounce it Vincent van Gogh. And growing up, my dad always pronounced it, "What, you think you're better than me?" And he made me watch NASCAR for like 3 hours. So, in high school, my brother tried out for the Play Oliver Twist, and my dad got so mad, he beat the dickens out of him. My dad was not a fan of the arts. He didn't like dogs playing poker. Or women, so. My dad, he did give me one piece of good advice when I first started dating. He's like, "Son," "there's this old saying, sex is a whole lot like pizza. They are both disgusting at Chuck E. Cheese." And if you ever done either one, you know that's true. But after that, every time I left the house, he'd just look at me and be like, "Hey, don't fuck at the Chuck." Like, all right, I'll go to Little Caesars or something. All right.